Seeds of Ignition by MacLeod. His mouth is a door. Where do you want to go? He whispers. A tongue, short and pink, slips out and hangs over a generous lower lip. Eel slick. A leafy gutter after a late October rainstorm. Far away, a planet annihilates into its sun. To them, she replies, and reaches with a tentative hand. The door widens to accommodate. Skin splits, then knits. New teeth sprout from elongated gums. Enamel amaryllisis. Hand, wrist, forearm. The door makes room. It did for me. I was the first to try, and succeed. How far until? She asks, only to hush. Right then she can feel it, I can tell. 5 fingers finesse frigid fleshy folds. Folds finesse back. Her tears leak down in the creases in her face. The bundle in my lap twitches. Not yet, I instruct, stroking it, grimacing. It mews, a low, plaintive drone. Eyes of every size erupt under my calming palm. Sighted soap bubbles, staring sea foam, shifting sockets. My arm is still wet with the doorman's saliva. My fingers are black. Across the room she gasps. Her pain now matches mine. Cold spit, colder, deeper, frost-bitten fingertips, eventual amputation. When I was young, my father forced me to deliver a stillborn calf. It had been dead for a while, rotting when it should have been growing, rotting where it should have been growing. Perverse inversions. It came apart as I extracted it. Warm, wet, warmer, deeper, slippery lifelessness, memorable dismemberment. The mother cow understood the loss. She mourned, bellowing and screaming until my father shot her 6 days later. A waste, he remarked. At the mouth of the doorman, the woman is pulling. She sobs. I recognize the pain. Physical agony, emotional torture. She winces when she glances over and glimpses what I'm holding. She hadn't been able to see it before. Something happens when you touch one yourself. We change. It all changes. A swollen river overmassed weakened banks. When you get to be my age, my father told my child self, you can take part in the process. I listened without speaking. Flies swarmed around the barn-turned abattoir. You will meet the man who is also a bridge, and you can help him bring all this to an end. Memories of the mother cow immobilized and shrieking as I rooted through her body to dredge out the remains of her baby swirled through my head. A howling hurricane wind warping and bending a sapling. Her blood glinted off my father's knife. Her baby fertilized the pasture where the cows fed. They too would die, as would everything, ad infinitum. I stared into his face as he spoke the words that would matter most. You can plant the last seed. You can ignite the last fire. A swollen river overmassed weakened banks. A stellar doorman overmassed universal boundaries. The doorman and the woman are separate again. In her arms, writhing and kneeing and wailing, is what she'd been reaching for. It extends its limbs to touch its partner, still nestled in my lap. Why did you come? The woman asks. Her wrists and hand are black. Chips of frozen saliva break off and fall to the floor like heavy snowflakes. We hadn't shared any words at this point. My father said I'd know when to come here, I tell her. That I'd meet a man who was also a bridge. She nods. A star told me in a dream when I was little. It said I had to plant the seeds and end the cycle. And last week, it told me where to go. Around the things we retrieved from the doorman, light and shadow ripple like water in a disturbed pond. Their limbs stretch across the room, fleshy ropes, black skin, infinite eyes. We can feel them pulling toward one another. Their strength increases. Do you think there's going to be a real fire? The woman questions. I don't know, I answer. But I'm ready for it all to be over. For everyone. Forever. She nods, moving closer to me. The doorman's mouth closes and he slips out of the room. I know I'll never see him again. When the woman and I step within arm's reach of one another, the two items we retrieved, the seeds I now know, pull themselves from our arms and crash together. They float mid-air, limbs and eyes and flesh seething as the ripples grow. The woman and I feel an intense sensation of pulling. Smaller objects around the room are drawn to the union of seeds, then larger ones. Soon us, then all. Not a fire, I tell the woman. Something greater. She smiles. She knows. So we wait. A swollen river overmasters weakened banks. A stellar doorman overmasters universal boundaries. A union of seeds overmasters infinite suffering. And everything stops. And nothing itself. Nothings. Exciting news, everybody. We are going to be releasing Laughably Dapper Entertainment, The Dichotomy, Episode 1, on May 1st. I just want to let you guys know that you can check that out on iTunes when it comes out, as well as on Google Play eventually. We're going to look into that. And we will be putting it on Spotify. It's exciting. You know, we've been waiting on this for years, so I just got a new microphone. And we decided that we want to test it out, so I created this video. I usually pick Max. He's really great at what he does, and I really love his stories. So just to let you guys know, keep an eye out. May 1st, we'll be posting links all over the place. You can follow me on Twitter at RHODoom. You can also follow us at laughably at twitter.com. That is where we will update every once in a while, and we will be posting the links. And of course, you can always check out laughablydapper.com. We are trying to get that up and running and changing the website as we can, but in the meantime, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of the new mic. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, sweet dreams and pleasant nightmares.